It'd be nice if y'all can let me know when I connect back. It looks like it says I lost my stream, even though I don't have connected. Let me go in myself because I want to be able to know that we can be seen. I want to know that I can be heard, can be seen. But let's check it out. Let's just see. Let's just see. Because I want to be able to know that we can be seen. I want to know that I can be heard, can be seen. I said that I tried it. I did like a replay on my lives. Let's check it out. Right now, I did a replay on the live, so I don't know. You can hear me. It might even be echoing or something right now. But y'all let me know when I'm back in there, man. Okay, Derek Bailey said he hear me. Okay, so that means we back up in here. Anyway, so before I even start, I got to give my little shouts out to everybody who's in here already. So let me salute the brothers out that I see. So I see Derek Bailey up in here. Salute to Derek Bailey. And I see Shout 979 up in here. Salute to both of y'all, man. Two salutes right there, man. Kind of serious chat. Then I don't know. I don't know where my energy's at. That's a certain chakra. That's your what chakra is that they call it? Is that the orange? I think that's the orange chakra, right? Where stuff come up through the diaphragm and all that. So the orange chakra. You see, I don't have my orange. I got more blue on today, and that's up top. So I don't know. I don't really. I don't know if y'all really believe in all that, but hey, I got people that come around and they believe that and they want to hear certain stuff. So it is what it is. So we give them the stones and stuff. Hey, them stones is expensive, man. I don't know if any of you guys actually have any of those, any crystals and stuff, but that stuff gets very, very expensive, man. For certain sizes and stuff, and some people are like, I don't know how I end up getting. Okay, I got on the subject because I was talking about the chakra of, the one from the diaphragm and stuff like that. Yeah, but some people they take that really, really serious. I don't knock them, but if you have a big place and a big altar or whatever, or if you want to put those pillars around your house, um, those things can actually cost more than your house. If you get the big ones, they cost more than your house. You think I'm playing? They cost more than your damn house if you get 7 of them. Like say for instance, you got 7 2.5 feet pillars. They gonna cost more than your house, man. You gonna be making payments on them things, man. I was looking one up the other day. I think it was I don't know, it was Smoky Quartz or something like that, but it was like 9,000. And I seen another one, an orange one. So I can't remember which one this one's. Coriander or something. No, that's the spice, but it's one that's coriander something. And that sucker was like $20,000. I'm like, are you kidding me? So this, even okay, so average those out to like 50, let's say for instance, okay, let's just go low. Let's just go low ball on them, and we say 15,000. Now remember, those are just the pillars right there. Those just the okay, or the six sided, but with the flat bottom, tall. And they're not really even six sided all the way down. I think they go 4. I think they go 6, and then after they do 6, they go 4 all the way down to the ground, and then it's just a flat base. And so you're talking Let's say 15,000. So how much is that? You guys do the math. 15,000 times 7. What's that? 105. $105,000, and that's just to have just those 7, and that's not counting nothing else. That's not counting what you got in your bed, in your bathroom, around your sink, and around other parts of your house, and maybe even outside your house. Some people take that really, really serious, and of course on dream catchers and all kinds of other stuff, man. They take that stuff serious, man. I mean, it is serious. It really is. Everything has energy, so can't take away from that. Um, and especially colors and stuff like that. Things have energy, but it's how much energy can we get away from everything? Everything doesn't. You can't necessarily take like positive energy from everything. Like glass, for instance. Like I just drank a bottle of juice earlier, and this glass bottle here. So how much energy can you take out of that? You guys wonder, well, where's Eva going today? Well, you already know I lead into stuff, and I usually kill stuff the same way that I start off real simple and stuff. But we just start talking about stuff, and I start off a certain way, and our conversation will just go and go and go. But we'll see where we end up from energy from a bottle, which you can get the energy. I drank the energy out of that bottle. That's one of my favorite too. That Martinelli's, I love it, man. It's probably ain't even that good for me to get the one that has the bubbles in it. But if you're not doing champagne, then that's the one you do. If you don't want the alcohol, then that's the one you do. You do the one with the bubbles. If you don't like the bubbles, then you do the one that doesn't have the bubbles. Simple as that. That's it. But the energy, like I said, well, I was just kidding when I said the energy from from drinking it. But just the energy from something. How do you get energy from glass? Sometimes you get energy from glass and you don't want the energy from glass, right? Can you name an instance that you get energy from glass and you don't want it? When it's on your car and it's 100 degrees outside and you're getting energy. Because what you're doing, you're amplifying the energy from the sun with that glass. And then it comes back to flip. If you're in a region, if you live somewhere where it's going to get cold, extremely cold, then that whole energy thing flips. And so now you're not getting the same energy. Now you're getting, the energy is just opposite. Now the sun energy is nothing. You can't feel it. Say, where's the sun energy? There's no sun energy. Oh, the sun energy didn't go nowhere. It's just further away. You're further away, so you're just getting less. You're getting less energy. It's not. It's going to be like right now. It's getting dark at what, 5 o'clock? I don't know what time it's getting dark where you live, but where I live, it's getting dark around 5:30. It's already getting dark. I'm like, that's a little much. So you would figure they would have kept. I don't know. I don't get this one. Maybe one of y'all can explain this one to me. Well, we know time don't exist. I mean, in Eagles, what we do. But why would you put the clock back? I thought I had the answer to this. All these years, man, I've been trying to figure this out. I thought I had the answer to it. Why would you put the clock back if it's going to get dark earlier? Because that means, isn't it dark? And I'm just screwing the whole thing up because it seemed like it's getting dark. Because when the clocks was forward a little bit, then it was dark later. Now it's back, so now it's dark earlier. For me, that don't make sense. You figure you want it to be dark when it's late? Oh, no. I'm not getting, I got off of that. But anyway, so the whole energy thing. So we grab energy from different stuff. And so you have a lot of people that's all into this, and like they come to me, they want everything. Oh, do you have this today? Or do you have that? I'm like, shit, I got the onyx, I got crystal quartz, I got green quartz, I got obsidian, I got spider web jasper. I mean, just all kinds of just different elements within some of the things that I make. And sometimes I just have them out there, like the rose quartz and all that. Well, believe it or not, you pick one up, you're going to feel energy from them. You're going to feel something. But if you just pick up a cold glass, glass that's been outside, the energy you're going to get is that cold energy. It's just going to be cold. There's nothing there. But anyway, but back to the stones and stuff. There's actually rituals. You know, you can do a fire ritual. You can do water. There's different things because um, all stones. Some stones have a bad energy to them, which you would never know if you wasn't into something like that. So you got to do the prayer. You got to do all kinds of stuff for that. I'm not the medicine man to really do stones. I'll do it. You know, I can do it for a person. You know what I mean? But I'm not the expert. You know, some people say you use the distilled water. Some people say you use the salt water, all kinds of stuff, purify them and get them balanced and all this. You know, I just say get another stone. If you can't get that one, something wrong. If you can't get it to where it needs to be, you know, neutral or whatever, the negative energy off of it. But anyway, we see what y'all got out there. And I see Sir Flame we got up in here, man. Salute to Sir Flame. So I salute to everybody that come up in here, man. And you guys, Michael Johnson Boxing Talk, y'all had me laughing like last. I went back and listened to the show, man, because I know we did the show live, but I had to go back and listen to some of it. I had to read a little bit, man. Y'all was funny, man. Y'all was funny, man. Y'all had me. I was dying when I listened to the replay yesterday. I was just dying, man. You guys are funny, man. Derek Bailey, only one who was keeping his tongue, man. He wasn't really saying a lot because I guess Derek Bailey don't usually get disturbed that much, and he's very polite. He will ask if it's time to chop your ass up in little pieces and throw you out. He will ask that. He kind of stayed clear of everything that went down the other day. But I guess this guy that came in, I guess he became, Gil wanted, I didn't never read, I went back over there, you guys, and I tried to read where Gil was saying something about modding them up or something. I'm like, wait a minute. And I didn't never seen it. So Derek Bailey, I don't know, maybe you can answer that. I don't know. Because I've never seen anything where Gil Coles was saying something about modding the guy up and y'all know me. I don't mod, you don't get modded like that. As Sir Flame. Sir Flame took a while to get modded up. Matter of fact, Sir Flame, and I go over this story a lot, Sir Flame used to get beat up more than anybody up in here. Not by me. But for some reason, the Streamlabs, whatever the Streamlabs mod didn't like him. Time his ass out. Not as long, but he used to put hands on him all the time, erasing what he said. I was like, I had to readjust the the settings on Streamlabs because he was just waiting for Sir Flame to come in and just jumping on. Yeah, I remember back. I got a bad memory, but when it comes to doing a lot of stuff in here, yeah, sometimes because I have to keep going and going and going, of course you're gonna miss a point sometimes because somebody distracts you. Like that's one thing I don't like. I don't want no distraction. Sometimes you end up with getting a distraction. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. I don't care. As long as you guys handle it, it's cool with me. I don't care. Like I said, I told the guy I wasn't gonna get into his conversation. I read a couple of things that he said. I disagreed with him. I slammed him a little bit, and that was it. But he never retorted back. He never said anything. He's like, oh, okay, cool. That's the host talking. I better be cool. Because he knew better than that anyway, I suppose. Because if he would have said too much to me, then y'all would have handled him anyway. Yeah. But if they can't be reformed, if they can't act right, then yeah, y'all already know. Make them disappear. Throw that disappearing act on their ass. Pull the rug from underneath them. But if you think they can reform, if they just have to listen in a little bit more, then y'all know what to do. Then just time their ass out a little bit so they can listen, and maybe when they clock back in, they'll be okay. But anyway, Derek Bailey says salute at Eagles Web Boxing. That's right. Shout out 979 up in the peaks, man. Think he's still here, right? He says salute to Eagles Web Boxing and at Derek Bailey. That's from Shout Out 9. And then Derek Bailey back at Shout Out 979. And then Derek Bailey, we had to do that hearing test for some reason because the stupid thing disconnected on me. But we back. And Derek Bailey said, I hear you. And then Shout Out 979 said loud and clear. And then we was talking about them stones and stuff. Yeah, that stuff is expensive, man. I didn't even know the first time I looked, because there's a certain place I go when I have to shop. And I was like, oh, okay. Checked it out. And I was like, wow, I never knew that you had to get a loan to get some of these stones. Yeah, some of them you got to get a loan, man. And I didn't even know garnet was that expensive. But I seen a pair of earrings that was garnet that was like $9,000. I'm like, wow, these are garnets too? A certain artist made them, but I'm like, wow. That's ruby prices. Well, maybe not the best rubies, but still rubies. That's ruby prices right there. Yep, you right there, Spencer. Then Sir Flame up in the house, y'all. Sir Flame. He said, salute the Eagles way up. He said, salute to the chat. It as always, jab that like button. All y'all neck. He said, don't get naked. Eagles way up boxing with the swords up good. And the glove up good. The 100 and the fires up good. Everything. Yeah, it's gonna be it. Yeah, this is fire talk today. This is fire talk for the fire walkers. So I'm on my brother's side today because they are my people too. And I'm talking about, I still got people in my family that's confused about stuff too though. Like they don't know what side to to claim. And they don't know nothing about Africa, but they don't know what side to claim. I said you claim the side you grew up with. You grew up as a native and you got all the medicine you did when you was growing up, and you ain't never did anything African medicine, and all Native American, not even, you know, the colonizers' medicine. It was not your home medicine. Your home medicine always been native. Parents, your parents are native because they go off appearance. They're like, oh, well, this is how we look. Man. I said, y'all, it's stupid because you're saying the way that you look. Look at what your mother looked like. You can't switch because your mom and your grandmother's one thing and then you switch. What kind of dumb shit is that? This is what they had. They made us do that. And just so y'all know, that a lot of the natives they made us switch our culture uh, based on the parents at birth. But me, I was white at birth, and so my live birth record has me as white. So yeah, it's just dumb shit. That's how we grew up. And I know a lot of people just like that. I have my friend's father. He's not native. He's not native. Not. You hear me? Not. And they labeled him as white. And he tried to get it switched. And they said, no, we don't make mistakes. That's what they told. So no, you're whatever you was at your birth, that's what you are. I'm like, are you kidding me? He dark. He's actually, he's dark. When I say dark, I don't know. I don't want to offend nobody by talking about dark, but he's just tea color like me. But it's like, are you kidding? But he couldn't get his birth certificate. He couldn't get none of that shit changed. They like, no, we're gonna label you as white. I know he had hell going to good jobs and stuff when he was putting down his nationality. But then again, I guess they don't go off your license and stuff like that when you're going in. I don't know. I haven't went and got a job in a while, so I don't know. Do they go off your whatever your driver's license say, or you just have to fill in, or you native or whatever? I know when it comes to taxes, I always have to fill in that I'm native and all that. But other than that, I don't know. Maybe at the job. But then they for some reason they seem to know anyway. Even though I might project, I might sound a certain way, but for some reason everybody knows. They don't know you when they see you. That's for sure. And that's when the hate. When we talk about this hate, and that's our subject today. We got a little bit of subjects today, but some of our subjects is hate. And I want to get you guys' the feedback today. And probably not gonna have a lot of people in here. Probably the haters will not be here. And it's probably will be a good thing that they don't come in because they'll have to change everything just to come back in again. And once they get thrown out of here. But let me finish going down, read out because I don't have much to read. So I'll go shout out 979. Is that Sir Flame? Salute, sir. And then Sir Flame and salute at shout out 979. Got the hundreds up. And then Derek Bailey is salute at Sir Flame. And then Derek Bailey right back again. The dude that was going back and forth with Mike. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. The guy that was going back and forth with Mike. Yeah, oh, there you go. I thought Sir Flame got a 3 times combo right now. He said he was 3 time. He said he was 3 time comboing every time on me. Yeah, Sir Flame. I told you, Sir Flame, tell you, man, because some people been with me since I got here, man. Before I even had, I would say 30. I started off with a few people though. I started off, I was just moving right away. I moved, and then we had some problems with a certain side, and then my progress stopped because I know it's a lot of chatter and stuff. A lot of people will say, "Oh, don't go mess with ego" or something like that. I mean, that was one of the first things, and I went off about that. I don't know which show it was, but I'm not even gonna try to remember the show. But it's there. Or you can search the archives, and you will find me going the hell off on somebody. It's not the first time, because sir, them they'll tell you I'm mild. I'll start off I'm mild mannered and all that because I want to keep everything, as grown folk. But then there's certain levels you start pushing me, then I'll go off on your ass. Simple as that. They say, there go Chief, got the scalpel off, or whatever. But the ignorance of people. See, because what happens is I run into ignorant people on the street, and I run into ignorant people on the net and everywhere. You always run into ignorant ass people because people always want to go by this looks and all this and whatever. I don't know. I shook this guy's hand. He said, the chief. He said, Chief is a real Indian just because of the way I shook his hand. But he knows my medicine man more than he knows me. And he's acting like my medicine man is not a native. I'm like, hey, look at him. I say he's native. We're just different. We're same tribes are related, but you know, he's Arawak and Blackfoot, Blackfeet, and Arawak. That's what he is. And he's like you guys see this picture? Because I put it up there with mine sometime. He's on there. And matter of fact, we just took another picture. He always wanted to take a picture all the time. But this whole ignorant shit. Now here we go again. And I don't like get deep into like, if you say something, maybe there's a reason you said it. So I'm gonna just throw it out there right now and to see what everybody knows. What do they think? So this is the question. So answer this one as appropriate as you want to, or the way that you want to. Is his dad racist? Okay. Is Danny's dad racist? You can answer any of them you want to. You could say what you think happened or whatever, you know. If you think this is the way it went down, then you can state that. Is there a place for that shit? Matter of fact, even when it comes to like Tyson Fury, and I don't want to get stuck on nothing. I don't want to get stuck on something that's dumb. I don't want to get stuck on. And Derek Bailey got a response right away. He said, "Seemed like it sometimes." And I guess he's meaning like Lopez, or maybe he might be talking about Angel. Which one are you talking about, Angel, or are you talking about Lopez? Because there's some dumb shit out there too, though. But I don't even want to mess with it. The shit with Broner. I'm not going to see. Didn't we already do AB's crazy ass already? Did he got the fight beat out of him? He got the championship spirit beat out of him by Maidana, right? Where he talked about that. Okay, he's talking about Lopez. Okay. And so that's three things I'm putting out there. Tyson Fury too. Tyson Fury. Everybody can say certain stuff, the slip of the tongue and all this other shit. But that's just a question. The third question is about AB. So is AB is he crazy? Did he got the boxing beat out of him? I mean, I've been seeing him just popping up everywhere. I've been seeing him popping up with Mikey. I've been seeing his ass popping up in courts looking like a little kid. He looked like a little kid when Madonna beat your ass. You looked like a little kid. Let's see. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. And we probably ain't gonna just talk about him. But then again, you never know because Eagle. Yeah, you know how Eagle get. Especially if y'all get me started on his ass, and then we will be talking about him. But let's just say, okay, we'll just put him up just so people can, yeah. Oh, okay, he put I, yeah. Sir Flame said, I don't know about Angel because they all talk like that. Yeah, there you go. And a lot of people see we all use the same words. Now we'll use like a lot of us we use the N word. Colored people. I'm saying colored people, not African American. Colored people use the N word. But there's a certain line when you using it. And there's different ways. I'm not going to sit here and teach y'all all the different ways to use that word safely. But if you're saying it, no matter who you are, there may be a knockout in your future in which somebody just sent me that in a store, that this guy was in a store. And I'm going to say he's probably of European descent. And when I say that, I mean like European far as like white European descent. And he was in a store, and they stole on him, but it wasn't like a complete steal, like he didn't know it was coming. They stole on him and put his ass down. He took the one hitter quitter. He wasn't out, but he went down. He's a big boy too. He went down, and I don't know. He was asking about cell phones or something. I don't know. He was incoherent after that punch. So I'm not gonna tell you all the ways it could be used because some people say my and then they use the N word. So you already know what it means. So they say, oh my, this, like this and that. We say it. We're just saying it. I don't know. And it's not all. Most natives they don't ever use it, but then some use it because we want to be like everybody else. And you got to realize it's what they call a melting pot. But they didn't really want us to melt together the way that we have. And so now they got to unmelt us somehow. And that's what they're trying. That's some of the stuff they're trying to do. And some people get what I just said, and then some people don't. And here, so Derek Bailey, since he puts that up, so the question being with that, so do you think it's a thing where it's an intimidation thing? Is he scared for his son, or do you think it might be like on the fence, about to come off the fence, racism? Is it about to come off the fence, racism, or is it already off the fence, racism? Did I slip racism? I let people know what it was about. And but another side note with the AB, man, I think AB might just be done, man. That's not the light you want. That's not the light you want, man. You're not gonna be about billions. You're gonna be about lock the F up is what you're gonna be about. Is he out now or is he still locked up? Anybody caught any news on his ass? Or is he still locked up? Cause I seen him with his beard and everything all nice and lined up, and next minute I see his ass lined up. I see him in front of a judge. And I don't even know what kind of court it was. But it don't look like it didn't look like criminal court. It looked more like some kind of family situation court. Child custody, child support or something. It looked like something. And damn sure a lawyer didn't do something. Oh, yeah, yeah, there you go, Sir Flame. You come to his rescue if you want. But yeah, Derek Bay, the first thing that you brought up, yeah, I was talking about that. I think his name was Lenny Links or something like that. LL. I think that's what his name was, Lenny Links or something. I was the visitor that had a chance of getting thrown out, but he didn't because he was just keeping it against Michael Johnson's boxing talk. And then Gil came in crying and laughing and stuff. Yep. Oh, okay, yeah. A lot of times contempt, yeah. But they can hold your contempt of court can get your ass. What's the most on it? They can keep getting your ass with contempt of court though. Oh yeah, Shadow 9. Yeah, see, Shadow 9 put it. See, and that's what I like about my web, man. See, people to come in, and Shadow 9, he don't get to come in all the time. But you see what he put down? So Shadow 9 is hitting the shit the right way, the way that I see this grown folks chat. That's what I expect that a grown person is gonna say is what Shadow 979 just said. I expect a grown chat, I expect people to say that. He said dripping head to toe in designer pleading poverty to the judge. And on top of that, just like I said, coming in and your hair and everything is done, your hair and beard is trimmed, lined up and trimmed and shit. Come on now. Anybody know that if you pleading poverty and now, okay, this you could take this two ways. Because as a child you was always told to look your best. Okay, so yeah. But your parents never told you what in this case your ass get in trouble. Sometimes you might not you might not want to look your best just to show otherwise. But it's one thing about looking your best or having clean clothes on or to take your ass in somewhere where you pleading no money and you bring your ass in there with designer shit on. Instead of just putting some Lee jeans on or whatever, some Levi's, throwing some Lee's or Wrangler Levi's or something like that, or I don't even know the brands, man. I don't even know because I think even Kmart and them, I think they have a brand, and Target has their own brand. I don't even know the brand, but believe me, I know they have a brand because evidently my ass done bought. Now I never wore a Kmart brand, but I have gotten some shit from Target. I have seen a couple of, I think it was shirts. I know for definite like the like underwear for definite sure from Target. They definitely would have wore those. But at least bring your ass in there with something like that on a t-shirt or something or a nice. This is a nice regular shirt. Don't bring your ass in there with the latest Jordans and shit like that. Bring your ass in there with some K-Swiss or something. Some old Fila or something. I don't know, man. Some Converse or something, man. But he hit that shit right there. You don't bring your ass in there looking like that, man. Come on now. You disappointing on too many levels, man. You get so much disappointment. But like I said, everybody still love him. Or you still bring that. And I heard somebody interview him. They were still beefing him up. Oh, you bring the entertainment value and all that. And he's smiling and shit. I'm like, oh, man. He going to end up, especially if he's drinking and all, he going to end up getting knocked the F out for once. And once he gets knocked out, that's a question. If Broner gets knocked out, is he out? Is he out of boxing or still got a chance? People love Broner so much. Like you give him a chance till he can't fight no more. Until they start talking thing we can't get the word out. When he get like that, then we already know, right? Then right? I don't know, I just don't see it. But for the Lopez, I don't like it. It just isn't it stupid? Because we just had this conversation. I think the last show we just had a conversation that was based on some of this, where I was asking that question, you know. And it's crazy how all of a sudden it just pops up again and again. It's like, why is it so acceptable? Because if you use one single word towards me, like I don't care, you can call me that word all day long because it doesn't apply and it doesn't even mean anything to me. So it doesn't bother me. But there's certain stuff that if certain people do it, I'm gonna use more than one word to get back at your ass for sure. Because first of all, the reason we use more than one word is because our original language is more than one word, even if we use it. If you hear us, just like when I taught y'all, when I was teaching you guys how to say Cheyenne, right? Like when I say I am Cheyenne, right? I'm telling you, my whole nation, and that's one thing that we do. That's what we are required to do when we talk to people that we don't know in the first place. Natitsa. That means just that one word. So like I said, we don't have like the one word like Derek Bailey or Sir Flame or Asante, see something like that. So I said I am and then Cheyenne. That's what that means. You understand? Just simple stuff. But it's more than one word. So if I got to come back at you, I'm gonna come back at your ass with more than one word. Because all our words, we don't have words that just mean, we don't have small words like that just mean just one little simple thing. You know, even if you hear a word, it sounds real small. Like it's not. It means a lot more than that. Hey, I know you didn't hear that word, but that's short as that word was that I just said. That actually means a young woman. That's what it means. You see, that means a young woman. That's what it means. But they don't have. So our word for young woman is what? And we don't have one really. We have to have, you have to say she is a what? Teenager, or she is a adolescent, or she is. You have to say something like that. See, but that's how we try to. But our language is different. So our language, even a small word, means a lot more. Because we don't even have a greeting. Like we don't even have a greeting for like goodbye like that. Our greeting for we don't say bye to somebody because that's a farewell for us. Is more or less burying your ass as a farewell. So the equivalent to our um, farewell or see you, or it's not like goodbye. It is I'm gonna see you. Like see, I don't like to translate. I'll see you the next time. I'll see you the next time. You see, when we say goodbye to somebody, that's like I'll see you the next time. That's what it is. As simple as that. But as far as this whole thing, man, this whole thing is what it does is these fathers. Why is a father trying to? Why are these fathers trying to start shit and start fights? You can't fight. You ain't fighting nobody. You're gonna get your ass whooped. So why are you fathers sticking up and telling people to call, the African American people or other people the N-word? Or why are you doing that? Is that entertainment or you feel good or we call him out his name or whatever? You know what's more offensive than using that word? Mexican should be more offensive than anything. Maybe if you say you was Hawaiian, a Jaliscoan, that's different. That's good. But Mexican, that's offensive. That should be offensive, but it's not. I don't understand it. I don't understand why it's not. And they don't even get the whole point. And I'm not going to explain it to them. But when you suffer a certain thing for so long, after a while it just becomes, you just numb to it. It's like somebody just hitting you with cotton after a while. But what place is it? And why do they have to keep saying it over and over again? I'm trying to teach certain people on this show, a lot of times outside of boxing, that this is not what it is. The reason people say stuff is because it's not true. That's the reason they say it over and over again, because it's like they have to pound it into your mind that that's what you are, and that's not who you are. That's not what you are. And you will never be that. But they gonna pound it in there to make you feel like that's what you are. But he need to be fined or slapped or something, because you got to stop it. It's already hard enough for all the fighters of color. It's already hard enough for you. And we got to sit here. And the reason I wanted to bring the subject up is because they're doing a lot of separation. Now Tank stepped up against the WBC. Did you guys get that news too? and that's news been around for a little while. So Tank steps up and calls WBC a bunch of clowns because, and then for okay, this is a question. Does anybody feel that that sounds very suspect of the WBC to mention anything about gloves? And if you want to, you can put down why. If you just listen to what I'm saying, do you feel that it's kind of suspect that the WBC is talking about some kind any gloves? I'm just saying. Yeah. Oh, okay. Sir Flame said, I don't know if he out. Yeah. I don't know either. I don't watch him. I'm just saying. But should the WBC be talking about anything that deals with anything with, should gloves be anywhere in WBC? Should they even talk about gloves? They can't even talk about the OJ glove in front of me. Because now that opens up that whole can. Because, see, that sounds like somebody just ready to jump off. Oh, shit, I'm going to jump. I'm going to jump. And then they just jump. That's what it sounds like to me because, I mean, a lot of people want to talk bad about Wilder. Now, I'll talk bad about him and I'll talk good. But you help us point out if his whole idea was something was in the glove or something was missing from the glove or whatever, and then you mention gloves about another fighter. I'm sorry, man, that's suspect, man. That is suspect. You got to leave that whole shit alone. Yeah, you ain't got no business saying nothing about no gloves when your ass sitting there making fraudulent belts. You make the WBC fraudulent belt. You done made a fraudulent belt already. And you try to name other people as fraudulent champs because they're not a champ. And that's but the main thing is you're saying is it's a status, you know, because you're recognizing the greatness, but it's not really a belt. Get your ass out of here. Fraudulent belt. And then, oh my, WBC is just, wow. And see, we're not looking all the way into the whole picture, though. Why is the WBC even messing with, why are they faltering? Because that was one of the most prestigious belts ever. Because the greatest did have that belt. Larry Holmes had that belt too. Mike Tyson had that belt. Great people had that belt. So why is all of a sudden it's faltering off? I'm going to leave some of this stuff for you guys. We're not going to discuss all of it, but I'm going to leave some of this stuff for you guys to just what they call food for thought. Yeah. And Derek Brady says AB said he has a fight in January. Okay. Well, we're going to see what kind of fight he got. I'm still laughing at Channel 9. Though Channel 9 funny. That's funny. That's true, though. Because Channel 9 thinking like me. I'm like, you broke ass, you going to go in there like, man, come on. Judges do not get a law degree being dumb and shit to become a judge. Damn. AB owes all the money. Then post stacks of money like an idiot. They go Sir Flame. See? Hey, Sir Flame, I'm going to tell you something. You and Shadow 979. A lot of people that's in here in Eagles Wear Boxing, they love them some Broner. They love some Broner. Believe that. They love some Broner. He can't do no wrong. See? He's doing stupid shit. So, I don't know, way up. If y'all loving him like that, y'all down for whatever then, huh? If y'all loving everything that Broner do, that means you down for whatever. Well, we down for whatever, Eagle. Yeah. Damn, it's a damn shame, man. All that money stacked up. Yeah, 50 Cent, yeah. Everybody said, remember when 50 was doing that when he was getting sued? Yeah, 50, oh, yeah, 50 was pleading. Hey, 50 was pleading the fifth, wasn't he? 50 was pleading the fifth like he ain't got nothing. Man, I don't have nothing. I'm losing money. He was making it seem like he was losing money and everything else, man. Stop. Y'all killing our celebrities of color, man. Our boxers of color. Well, they killing their own self by doing dumb shit. Standing on top of money. Oh, wow. But guess who? Okay, name a fighter who could name a fighter or ex fighter who could never do that shit. They could never say they out of money. Name one that always play with money and then they cannot play like they don't have money. There's at least one fighter who can't play like he don't have money. Not to the IRS. They'll come get all that shit. Okay, you don't have money. Oh, we can just liquidate. We gonna sell this. Yeah. And Derek Bay said, "Yeah, I saw that. Yep, that's dumb." And then Derek Bay back. He said, "WBC is biased anyway." Yeah, they biased. Can you kind of feel it? I mean, you could feel it pretty strong. Is it me, or does Sullivan seem like he's just like he's too arrogant? Is Sullivan really that arrogant, or he need his ass kicked, don't he? Yeah, fighters should be able to fight the whole, like, they should be able to do like a fight against like all the sanctioning bodies, like a physical fight. Like you fight the president, he got put gloves on, all of them. Like all of them, like whoever the five top is, you should be able to fight them if you have any, you have any problems with them. No, don't sign no paperwork. Just fight. You give your side, they give their side. Whoever wins, then that's it. That's the side we go by. It's like somebody sticking a feather up my nose, man. That's just get your ass back there. Yep. Yep. They go Surf Flame. Be right back. They say, yeah, because they didn't say shit about Wilder Fury. That shit is suspect. I'm sorry, man. A lot of shit. See, things like that go over people's head. It just goes over their head. They don't. It just goes over their head. They just don't see it. Like they just blinders on. Like, oh, WBC is a good organization. Blah 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 blah. And they just go and just look straight and they don't see. So wait a minute, man. This a whole year hasn't even went by yet. A whole year. This has only been since February, and then gloves and shit start coming up within March. Within March or something, we was talking about gloves. I believe that's when I even did a breakdown about gloves and shit. And then there was no mentioning and no foul play or no nothing. And then all of a sudden, you come up with an accusation yourself. Now you look stupid. Look real dumb. Okay, now, just because a lot of people didn't respond to it and don't act like that was suspect. But guess what? You already know me in the first place. That was just one question. Okay, so just say you don't feel that was suspect. Okay, so that's not suspect. So okay, so do you feel that this is suspect? Did you write a post about Gervonta Davis cheating by changing gloves? That you're speculating something's wrong with the glove, but then all of a sudden your post is taken down. Not your post ain't no good for 2 days. That your post don't last. You come up with the claims, but then your post disappears. I think it was even before 24 hours is up, your post disappeared. Now somebody tell me that ain't suspect. Derek Bay said exactly at Surf Flame. Yep. Shell 979 said that Surf Flame. Crickets from the WBC. Yeah, nothing. You mean we can't hear no music? Where's the music at now? Can't hear a damn thing from their ass, right? See? All that suspect shit. And matter of fact, just when it comes to that whole racism shit, man, why aren't they more strict with their policies? If you're holding any of their belts, or if you even, okay, say for instance, if you're even a contender under a certain sanctioning body, if they rate your ass, and if you're saying the wrong thing, they should be allowed to cut your ass off out of the rankings, drop your ass out. I'm sorry, because the NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, all other sports have a certain conduct that they're supposed to project right? And with the NBA, and this matter of fact, since we're on this subject right here, kind of deep though, I love, but we'll see. And I'm gonna see where everybody's mind's at because you know me, I'm a mind checker. See how many grown folks is in here. So the whole dress code and everything with the NBA. Okay, let me see if anybody can tell me why did that have to start with the NBA? Not even talking about boxing, I mean, what? Because boxers they wear whatever the hell they want to. But why did they? Who was the reason behind the NBA making players dress a certain way? Who was the reason? I just want to see where y'all's minds at, see where y'all know, and then I'll finish. I'll finish up going down here. Yeah, Crickets, you're right. That's Shout 9 then Surf ain't right. He said not one word. Everybody quiet as hell. And then Derek Bailey again. He said AB should have just let his lawyer speak anyway. Yeah. Why? Yeah. Why was he saying something? Then Derek Bailey right back again with Floyd. Yeah. Floyd can't say a damn thing. Floyd got to shut the hell up. Floyd has got to shut the F up when it comes to acting like you broke. Oh, this thing, if AB, this go back to AB. So if AB had made it, y'all, just think about it. If AB would have made it. Now, so if AB would have been about billions, guess what? He couldn't have been in that court with that bullshit. They said, no, we didn't see all you. And you know he would have probably done videos and shit, like rap videos or some AB videos and shit, and he got caught. He with his planes and all. I can just see his ass now with a couple of jets and shit like that, and his own private airport or some bullshit. And no, he'd have been like Kelly Robinson and shit. He'd have been the face of boxing, all right. But he went in that court. It'd been a whole different story. They would have been replaying this shit to show him. You know, it wouldn't have just been no Instagram shit or whatever it was, because that's everybody. People do that, and people with no money do that. So I can understand that part of it, but they don't fall for everybody, because some people on there, they ain't really making money. I've seen people on there with counting machines. They counting 20, 20 G's at a time. Why would you do it? If you got that kind of money, why would you be counting that shit online like that? Online showing everybody. Why would you do this shit? Put that shit in the bank or invest it, do something. Don't be counting stacks of money like that. Why are you stacking up in front of everybody like that? You setting yourself up, and if the money's dirty, if it's drug money, you're really in trouble. Oh, it's not just boxers. It's not just one person. People stop doing a bunch of dumb shit all day. That's what y'all doing. Y'all just doing a bunch of dumbass stuff all day, man. We like Shell 979. He said, I gave up on AB a few years back. He said it's more about his fuck-ups outside the ring in recent years than his boxing abilities, and it's a damn shame. Grown folk. Shell 979. Put that grown folk stamp on it. Put that grown folk stamp on it. Because he see that you're doing more shit outside the ring. You can, and here's another question. Since we on his ass right now, and I'm going to get down to everybody. I'm going down because y'all ain't blowing the chat up because y'all listening today. But look, for somebody like that, I mean, yeah, you got if you want to really fight and somebody beats you into a child like this one, you've been beaten to a child, I'll take it down. Yeah, you've been beat into a child. Could he have done something respectful enough? Could he have came back against somebody? Could he have did something? Because he did make some kind of comebacks. He wasn't really getting beat up. He just losing. But could he have done something to where we would have been like, okay, that's AB on that comeback, man. Hey, my head, go ahead, AB, go ahead. How come we can't be like, go ahead, AB? We like, get your ass out of here, AB now. See, now everybody went from go ahead, AB, oh, that's AB, oh, yeah, he entertainers and entertainer and all that, entertaining fighter and all that. But now we on that shallow 9. If you grown, you're on that shallow 9. You're like, man, I can't, man. I just want to see him get in there and get his ass knocked out of boxing. Not hoping anything bad on him, but I'm tired of seeing him too. If you're not going, I'll put a note to that too, though. If you're not going to clean up and do the right thing, then that's what I would like to see happen to you. That's what I would like to see happen. If you're not going to clean up your act, then that's what I would like to see. And as far as like all these fighters who have suspect shit to come out their mouth, like Mikey Garcia, And your brother, that's your brothers too. Your brother is just, oh, I'm down for the Rasa and all that. Okay, just be down for your race and don't respect any other fighters. If you're just down for your race, then just why are you letting your champions or your fighters fight any other race? Hmm. How all of a sudden I come up with that? If you guys really don't like certain people, then don't fight them. I only like Mexican fighters. Okay, well, just fight Mexicans. I only like Puerto Rican fighters. Just fight Puerto Ricans. I only like white fighters. Would just have them fight whites. If y'all want if you want the shit to be separate, then separate it, and then watch how much money that you gonna get out of your prize fighting. It takes all of us to get that prize. Shout out 9 is at Derek Bailey. He says facts. That was a stupid move on his part. Yeah, yeah. It's some I don't know, but like I said, people love him. See, in Eagles, where we just talk grown about it, we're not gonna sit here and it's not gonna be no legalities and shit like that. We just talk about the moral aspect of stuff, like what how things should be, what you should do, and that's why I bring up the stuff about the WBC and everybody else, and that's why I brought up this whole code of conduct thing when it comes to stripping their ass if they come in there running their mouth like that. If Tyson Fury using like N-word, dropping F-bombs, I mean not F-bombs, but dropping N-bombs and all this other stuff, then he got to drop his ass down, strip him or whatever you got to do. We can't have that because that's part of a culture too. It's part of a culture when you got people just lined up to, say foul shit about other people. Then that's part of a culture too. In any occupation, think about it, because boxing is an occupation, right? Is that allowed? In some cases, yeah, but most cases, if it's publicized, it's not going to be allowed. I was just looking because I search, I get these. They're not called pop-ups, but advertisement for all the time. I'm always getting notifications. So I get notifications for certain stuff, and I get some of the wrong ones. I don't even know who I'm connected to where I get some of these, and where a cop like just brutalized, almost pulled this little girl's neck off. She's in middle school. That's a lawsuit. And he got fired. And then there was another cop that was brutalizing a guy. And I believe he got fired too. Knee all in the back, hitting him in the back of the head, hitting him in the face, said he was resisting. The guy, I don't give a shit. And I'll talk about this for a second. I have to now. Do not be fooled when somebody tell you there's some shit happened that ain't really happening. This is a good case in point right here. A lot of times I'll demonstrate stuff on here. Like I'll demonstrate how a punch should be delivered or how a jab should be delivered or something like that, right? On the show. It's on video. You guys watch it, right? So if I'm doing this, what am I doing? What do you see on the video? Did I just, throw a couple of like maybe 4 mock punches, not even all the way extended, but just, right? Were they turning over? What did you see? Now that's 9 altogether, but what did you see? Is my video fooling you? When I put this up and I show y'all this and I and I do my Aram, Crawford, you're not gonna fight any more of these big heavy punches. You just seen what Tank did. We can't have you out there trying to fight these big punches like Earl Spence. They're gonna body you. And that's all. We'll let you get away with the Kell Brook because he's eye socketed it. I think I might be able to take him. But anyway, get out of here. So even when I do that, is there something mystical or magical that you guys don't see? Because you see my torso on up, right? I could be doing something with my feet, but they're trying to convince you that the camera is somehow you, because you're not there to hear the noises and shit that the victim's making. He's a victim when if you got 3 or 4 cops on top of you, you're a victim. You're not a suspect anymore. Because it don't take shit. I've been handcuffed before. It don't take shit to handcuff somebody, even if you fighting. And I'm talking about when I was real big, I got handcuffed. It might have took 2 or 3 pairs of handcuffs, but I got handcuffed. When I was huge, I got handcuffed. I didn't take no beat down. I wasn't gonna take no beat down. And please, just don't. I don't know. Don't lay down. Don't. There's ways to be defensive without throwing a punch, even if you're getting attacked. People don't know, man. And we talk about everything. Eagles, I don't give a shit. What's the best position? If you're outside, what's the best position to not get your ass completely brutalized by the police? What position should you be in, and what position should they be in to keep you from getting completely brutalized? See if anybody even knows that. I'm gonna leave that one out there. But all this stuff is just strictly B to the S. And all this shit got to be cleaned up. And minds got to be mature. Now, the stupid shit I just seen with AB, that dumb shit, that's a straight up thumbs down right there. I can't rate him. If you rate his ass on an adult level now, where are you going to put him? Are you going to put him as a very mature adult? What level is he going to be at now? Or is he still a kid? He just did some of the dumbest shit you can do. But now I'm finally made it down here to the bottom. I made it down to Derek to the Bailey. And that's right. Derek Bailey is right. All that dress code shit came because of AI. If you don't know who that is, that's Allen Iverson. That played the majority of his career. He played it for the Philadelphia 76ers. And a lot of people don't know that this guy actually played professional basketball, but was actually a better football player than he was a basketball player. So when we start putting all this shit together about athletes being so much better and shit like that, you better look at some of his clips even when he played like high school football. He was a better football player. Could have played football or basketball. But he got into like the rap culture, hip hop culture real heavy. And so he got into the NBA. He started like wearing his hair like braided back, all kinds of tattoos and stuff like that. And after a while, it just became too much for the league. And so they had to, he was coming in because he was dressed all thugged out when he doing interviews. Had on twisted and shit like that, sunglasses on and all that. And they stopped that shit. They said, wait, man, y'all gonna have to conduct yourself a little bit better. And that's that whole attitude that everybody can be an individual, but everybody can't. I don't know. Did y'all hear what I said? Everybody can be an individual, but everybody can't. That's that split tongue shit that we always talk about. There's nothing new, man. There's nothing new about stuff. It's like if I control the money, then I control you. You're gonna have to we're gonna change things around so you fit into the organization. I've been fitting into the organization because what I do on the outside, even if you come interview me, that's your free time, and interviewers should be able to interview anybody. Because at one point, I remember that because they made the women had to was able to go into the locker room, and men don't give a shit in there. They walk around with no clothes on, nothing else. If it's a woman interviewing her, she's just in there. She gonna see a lot of things in there that men have, She gonna see asses and everything else. Because that equal opportunity shit. But so if you can look at a guy, if you can interview a guy with no clothes on, just a towel, and you can't interview a guy with tattoos on, what is that saying? See, but their whole thing with with the NFL and NBA and all that, that might be you have to dress a certain way. But if you speak a certain way and you do certain shit, there's a fine. See, there's fines when you speak a certain way or you do certain shit, right? Remember, I don't know if you guys ever remember this, because you used to be able to talk bad about the refs. What happens to your ass as a professional coach now if you talk bad about the ref? Or if you're a player, what happens to your ass if you talk bad about the ref? Yeah, there you go. Derek Bailey right back again. See, yeah, he's a way better football player. People don't know that. But what happens if you talk bad about a ref? If you play professional basketball, professional football, what happens to you if you talk shit about a ref? What happens? Do they say, oh, don't say that about the ref? Do they tell you that? Do they tell you, oh, don't say that about the ref? Is that what they tell you? Oh, don't say that. Oh, the ref, he's cool. Don't say nothing about him. And boxers already learn. Boxers learn like right away. Yeah, boxers don't say shit. Right away, boxers is like, oh shit. See? When a boxer goes in there, he automatically, I mean, sometimes they'll let it slip. But, and it's not the rest with the boxers. With the boxers, it's the judges. And every once in a while, they'll let the tongue slip. But most of the time, boxers are on like good behavior when they talk about the judges. They're on good behavior. And they'll say, well, the judges might have probably seen something that I just didn't see. I thought I was ahead in the fight. Well, a lot of people just watching the fight think your ass was ahead of the fight too, though. Just off the top real quick, I just wanted to say that shout out to Boxing News. Just for this one thing. Just because on their for their heavyweight, their ratings for heavyweight, they actually have Usyk. They might have put him up now though. But they actually had Derek Chisora down at number 9. He's still on the list though. And they had Usyk down at 10. And I think if you're gonna put Usyk on any of the charts, put his ass down there low. And everybody that they have above him, I think they actually deserve to be above him. But now he has to go up above Chisora. So they were 9 and 10. And I'm just saying, I just want to throw that out there. So that makes more sense to me. But all that bullshit, that being up in 5 and 3 and all that, get out of here with that shit. And I hope you guys ain't sleeping on that, because I'm putting it out there slowly like that, because you know we'll talk about it again, and I'll break it down, and believe it, I'm still gonna talk about AJ, especially when it come up to being fight time or whatever. I haven't forgot you guys put your ones up the other day, and yeah, I already killed him anyway. But you guys want to, you guys love extra death. Y'all like, oh shit, he killed him, but y'all love it. But then D to the baby right back there again. And he said, fined. That's what your ass get. Is your ass get fined for that shit. See? Now you have a referee in boxing. How many people get fined for talking shit about the ref? I don't really hear about it. See? So some things in boxing need to change. And you fathers, man. I'm disappointed with you fathers, man. You fathers that are still painting that whole narrative and that whole, like, well, we're kind of giving. I think Angel is like, I think he might be a dime or 20 away, he might be a dime or 20 or so away from a buck. You know what I mean? For his mental state. And so, I don't know. Can we make that as an excuse? Can we give people excuses like that because they kind of gone? Some people will. Some people will, he's crazy anyway. I'm like, yeah, I guess he is crazy. But on the street, you being crazy like that will get your crazy ass kicked. Just to say it, it will. It will get that ass whooped. And that's it. Well, I guess we'll give them a. Some people are giving them a pass, but I just don't. I don't like the whole thing. Biggest story to me right now, if it's true, well, we read it or we read it. I don't know. If they come up with some more shit, because what they'll say is like, nobody talk to Silliman. It's gonna be a whole different damn story. Oh, the person wasn't really affiliated with WBC and this and that. They'll tell another lie about it. And some of that shit we see through. But that's the big story. The whole the whole race shit. That's we know that's small level. I mean, a small level, but it just has no place. But to stand up and make yourself look bad, as far as you're an organization that somebody was telling you about some gloves that might have been used as foul play, and everybody here said there was nothing but crickets, couldn't hear you say shit, and then you come back and make an accusation about somebody's gloves, and your damn organization wasn't even involved with the event. And if you was, it was just a small part because you didn't have a belt in that event. Because my understanding is that was an IBF match, if I'm not mistaken. Wasn't both of those belts IBF? I believe both of those belts was IBF. So WBC, you need to see about sitting your ass down and following up when you have people that's bringing concerns to you about things that's possibly happened to them. So, but stay your ass up out of other fights though. That's the most that shit to me. I'm sorry, man. I find it a suspect. And then anytime you retract or take something back, I'm not talking about in here. You guys put a statement down, and maybe I didn't get a chance to read it. Maybe I did, but sometimes I don't get a chance to read it, and you guys retract it because maybe I answered it, as I was talking, or maybe you noticed the person that you was talking to in here, and they answered the question. Yeah. But my web, sometimes my web watches are slow, man. Y'all got to forgive them sometime. Isa, I know you listening to me. You need to pick up when I call you, young lady. You need to call me back anyway. When you get a chance, give me a call. I'm mad at you right now. And I know you're out there. You came in and you graced the chat the other day. You came in and said you came in and said hello to everybody the other day. So, but just because I was talking about Usyk, let's just look at what they have anyway though. But because they got Tyson 1, they got AJ number 2. Oh, we got I'm gonna get him. Don't worry, I'll get AJ. I'll wait. They got Wilder 3, Ruiz 4, Povetkin 5, Dylan White. They got him at 6. Kubrat Pulev, they got 7. Joseph Parker, they got 8. Derek Chisora, they got 9. And Alexander Usyk, they got number 10, rounding out the bunch. And good thing Gil's not here because Gil would be talking shit to me because he knows that when I look at that list, that they left out King Kong. And that just, to me, that just shows fear. When you just leave out King Kong. I just wanted to mention that. That's heavyweight. But and another one that's really confusing me right now is light heavyweight. It's like light heavyweight is just all over the place. Let me just show you. This is just boxing. They got Better Biev as number 1. Canelo is number 2. And I'm gonna go only down to 5 because number 3 is Sergio Kovalev, right? Isn't he banned from boxing for 2 years? And then they got Bivol, and then they got Smith Jr. That's it. That's a confusing ass division when it comes to champs and stuff. I'm sorry. And then and one more this is another one that disturbed me right here. This one disturbed me here. It's just they got for middleweight they have Golovkin ahead of Jamal. And we know how Jamal got, who let his belt go. And that was Mr. Pound for Pound let that belt go, right? But they damn sure they got super welterweight right though. They got Jamal Charlo is still number one. Yeah. And then Rosario, they got number two. They still got Williams up there, Hurd, Laura. They got Castano, Harrison, Smith. And I want to see taxidermy. That's one of the ones I need to see. I need to see taxidermy to see what he's going to do. So, taxidermy, you need to get your ass up in there. And another thing, this speaking about that, because remember we talked about, when we talk about the AJ Mikey, or EJ Mikey, the EJ Mikey, and I said this shit back again. Y'all remember when I said it. I said that when Mikey took that EJ Mikey, all those decisions left. And to be honest, I don't think Mikey fights anymore. I really don't. Because he looked like crap his last fight. He's not going to be able to compete with these guys. He can't move back down. As soon as he moved down, he going to have to fight the Swamp Monster. And I don't know, as far as like Swamp Monster, I don't know. Oh, shit. Okay, so I seen what you wrote, but I forgot who you was asking about. Let me go back and see. So I went in there. You said, where is Yard? Yeah, where is Yard's ass at? Does anybody know where Yard is? Didn't make the cut either on this list. On these lists, I'm just looking at them. Nope. Not no top tens. No. They didn't put him on there. Nope, Yard is not on there. Yeah, but the super lightweight, they got Josh Taylor still up, and then they got Swamp Monsters number 2, and then Jose Ramirez, and then we go from there. It goes Paul Style, Zapata, Baranchek, and then Kano, and then Relic, and Troyanovsky, and then Barrios, and then they still. For lightweight, they got Davis all the way down to 9. I don't know if they feeding us, y'all. Just because that 130, maybe because it's 135. Maybe because it's 135. That they got him way down at the bottom. And he right above Selby and underneath Haney. They got Haney at 8. But let's see the shit then. So that means we need to see Lopez versus Haney. It don't even matter because he gonna have to probably fight Campbell or something. It don't matter. Lopez is gonna have to fight Haney and Davis, so there ain't no escaping that. And if he move up, he gonna have to fight Taylor, and he gonna have to fight Prograde and all that. So no matter. It's your ass. And matter of fact, let's go down because I wasn't gonna go through these, but let's just go anyway. And well, they don't have Davis at super featherweight. They don't have him at all. Burchett is number 1. He's number 1. And then Alvarado, Herring, Diaz, Farmer, still there. And then Leo Santa Cruz. They have him there, but yeah. But we already know what just happened to him, so he's going to drop off the list or drop down. And then Gary Russell at featherweight. Matter of fact, I was just thinking, okay, yeah, so, and that's 135. So Lomachenko, you just got beat up. Well, let's just see. Let's get these damn fights in, man, because stop making us speculate. Stop making us just think about everything that has to happen is going to happen. Just let this shit happen. And then let's try to get out of this bullshit racism shit all the time, man, because that's all they want to do. Hit us with the racism and then turn one against another. Because if you really want to do this shit, and I'm not talking about that they have the influence and stuff so they can make it come to fruition. I'm going to say it like this. That if you really want to do it, if you really want us, and I'm talking about like the brown skinned people that relate to each other. Because I'm not going to separate myself. I'm not going to separate everybody, by what this bullshit race shit. I'm going to separate people. And forget, since I was talking about the colors, how we get to see colors, I see D-Lo down there. D-Lo, yeah, D-Lo up in here, man. D-Lo 404. Salute to him, man. But like I said, if we're going to do it, and if these people are really down for it, then let's just do this shit right. And he said, oh, anyone been in here showing out? No, no, he escaped you yesterday. Hey, we talked about that earlier today. I didn't see Michael Johnson Boxer talking more today, but we just talked about that. And like I said, I wasn't gonna sit there and pay attention to their whole conversation, which I didn't. But he got a little bit out of pocket. He got a little bit out of pocket, like I said. And Derek Bailey will usually say something. And like I said, the brother's polite. So Derek Bailey didn't say Eagle, is it time to smash his ass out or nothing like that. But I'll let y'all handle it for yourself. And what I did just remind everybody, I said, look, if somebody just come in, if you can give them a chance, just time their ass out. If you can give them a chance. Y'all put up a 1 if y'all can hear me. If I'm back, I done lost my stream again, man. If y'all can hear me, put up that 1. Yeah. Yeah, y'all put up the 1 if y'all can hear me. No. If y'all can hear me, yeah, okay, y'all can hear me again. Yeah, so this is it right here. Not necessarily a nutshell, but this is it right here, D-Lo. As D-Lo said, we were merciful yesterday. Yeah, y'all was merciful though. But see, this is what they want to come in here and do. They don't necessarily want y'all's mercy, but what they want to come in here and do is they want to come in here and say whatever they want to say, however they want to say it, and they want to escape with no damage done, so they can feel like they accomplished something. And you're right. The mercy might have kept his ass from coming back because he knew. Because once I gave him that speech at the end, and I told him I know what kind of person you are, then maybe he decided, I might not want to try my so-called luck. It wasn't luck. It's like D-Lo said, it was mercy. But like I said, you got your little words off between one person, and you got the hell out, and you didn't want to come back. And it was somebody else who came in here the other day, and I don't know him. You guys might know him, or I don't know if you guys even heard him. But we had a new sub that came in. He was quiet. He didn't say nothing. I guess he has a boxing show or something like that. His name is Boxing Sauce. And I checked him out. It seemed like he might be legit. I think he has some subs. He has some sub holders and stuff. But that was his name, Boxing Sauce. So he came in, but he was just quiet. So evidently he listened and he liked what he was hearing. And I appreciate y'all coming in right away with the thumbs up. Because I know I don't even see that many of y'all. I got more thumbs up than I got y'all in here. So I know it's probably a few people that came back to visit Eagle's Web to see what Eagle was talking about today. But there was a lot of people in here the other day, man. I don't know if y'all seen them, but yeah. I always end up seeing them. After the show, I figure out how many people was in there. There's a lot of people in here the other day. And when I say loud, I'm not talking about like thousands or nothing like that. But there's a lot of people just coming in and out or just coming in, you know. A lot of times you go back and look at the replay, you say, oh yeah, that many people was up in there. Yeah, that's how many people participate versus how many people actually come in and see Eagles Web. And for me, you're a success if you do anything close to 5%. 5% of your whoever you know what I mean, at least 5% of your so-called subs. If you do that on a daily basis, you're doing pretty good. Because people got different schedules and all that. Or sometimes they want to hear something else, or they don't want to listen to boxing today, or whether that's good. For me, that's good. It's not a high percentage. Of course, you don't, because you're not going to get everybody. And some people might have fell off, not even boxing fans no more. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. D-Lo back there. He said, "No, you ain't gonna swim without getting wet in here." No, you. Yeah, we gonna keep it. We keep it. We keep it 100 up in here. That's all it is. We keep it true in here. So you're right. A lot of times you come in here, like I told him, you might come in and you escape. It's not that you escape. You know, you came in and everybody was just like merciful and let you do whatever you did at that time. But just bring the complete wrong energy and you'll find out. Because I had to go back and check. I had to go back to my other screen to check to see who threw all them people out the other week. And that was Yassar. And Yassar don't be, and since Yassar this is the first time I haven't seen Yassar in a long time. Since he's been modded up, I just always see Yassar. He's always in here. Yassar is always in here. And I went back to go check, and Yassar was the one to put hands on those other guys that came up in here. When you guys was talking, I think it was Derek Bailey and D-Lo was asking, what is these fools talking about? And that was Yassar got rid of their ass. Now somebody from across my mod from across the pond get rid of your ass. Somebody needed to get rid of your ass. Surf ain't back with it. He says always 100 in Eagles Web. That's it. It's always 100. I don't expect nothing less than 100. You come up in here. Yeah, but these rules and shit has got to change. Just like AI got those rules changed in the NBA. We gotta get rule changes for people in your corner. I don't care if your corner. It's been a lot. It's a lot of look, boxing is not as legit as y'all think it is. It's kind of foul, and a lot of people see the web. I'm glad that I mess with a lot of y'all that come up in here. A lot of people from the web, because I've seen some of your comments too. Your same sentiment that I have. Then there's been shit that happened in boxing that should never happen. I'm going to see where y'all's mind is right now. And not based on any decision, like far as like a boxing, like a judge's decision. I'm going to see where my web is. Not based on any type of decision that a judge made. How many fights are there any fights that MTM should have lost? And I'm not saying, like I just gave you the clue. I gave you the clue already. Is there any fights that MTM should have lost, but not based on what a judge said? So this is the way I checked it. This is the way I calibrate my chat, my web watchers to see where they're at. And for you that's visiting, you guys that are in here, because I know you're in here, you just don't say nothing. But for you guys that's visiting, then you see how grown folks chat go. You see what these people know that come in here. Because I don't know nothing, they know everything. And I say I recalibrating. I like that. I got another car, and my car recalibrates every time I start it. I like that. All my gauges and everything just recalibrates, and you can see it like that. The little hand, like all the things go this side, then they go back to this side. As soon as you start the car, just straighten up, making sure we level. Y'all don't got it? MTM? Come on, which fight should he hit? Is there any fights that he should have lost, but not based on judges? I'm not trying to make that a hard question. It's not really a hard question. It's actually an easy question. But I got thinkers in here, so they probably overthinking. No, I'm not talking about because everybody said or nothing like that. There's nothing to do with like what It had nothing to do with the judges themselves. But was there any fights that he was in? And see, there we go right there. And see, so Derek Bailey knows what I'm talking about. And I'll let him go ahead, Derek Bailey. Explain to them a little bit. Just put a couple of just put a sentence down. No, no Floyd, but Floyd wasn't going to lose to Ortiz though. He said maybe Ortiz, but I was cool with that. Yeah. There's no, yeah, no. I would say Derek Bailey is he understands what I'm saying. I'm not saying you guys don't understand, but Derek Bailey he's on the track. That's what I was talking about. Diego Corrales fight? No, he just won. He just beat him. And that's what I was talking about. That type of action. See, what happened is Diego Corrales' dad stood up on the apron. Anytime somebody from your corner gets off those stairs, I'm not saying you, right before, when you hear that little three, like boom, 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 you can get up on the stairs and you start grabbing shit. You can start grabbing the bucket and all that shit. But anytime you stand up, if you get in the apron or you climb in the ring, the fight's over. And the side where you get up in the ring, that side loses. So when Roger got his ass up in the ring, that fight was over. And Derek Bailey got that one. Like the hitting, what that was the ref's fault with Ortiz. What happened is that was the ref's fault because this is what the ref did. And that was dang, who was that? Who was the ref in that fight? I don't want to call him Puerto Rican, but it's Cortez. So Cortez was the ref in that fight, and this is what Cortez did. He gave him he talked to both of them, and then he engaged them back to fight. He engaged them back, but he unengaged his own self to talk to somebody outside the ring, talk to the commissioner, someone outside the ring. But he had already told him to go ahead and fight. Ortiz's thing was wanting to hug too much. I wanted to keep making up because he didn't know the fight. I don't know if he knew the fight. I'm not going to get to his head like that. I don't know if he knew the fight was still going on, but he should have known the fight. Mayweather's aware of everything in the ring. So you're fighting Mayweather, you better be aware of everything in the ring. Any little, that's why I told you there's little subtleties and shit. Any little thing that Mayweather can get away with, he going to do. And he's going to definitely teach somebody the shit that you can get away with. He's a good fighter to have in your corner if you want to learn how to do some counteractive, shit that maybe you shouldn't normally do, but he probably be pretty good at it. He didn't do a whole lot of it, but yeah, he knows all that dirty shit, believe me. Him and his dad know all the dirty shit that you can do. But that's what it is. He said, Uncle Roger, he gave it to the ring. Yeah, Zab was a good one, yep. And then D-Lo, he said he could have been dead versus Zab and Ortiz. Yep. But the Ortiz one, I just kind of explained that one, why that didn't happen. If you go back and look at it, and you'll see exactly what I said is what happened. Is the ref said, go ahead. The ref told him to fight. But then the ref made the mistake by getting unengaged in the fight himself. Because the ref was still, even if he's talking to somebody on the outside, he should have like called time, or he should have still been talking to them with like his ear like this, but looking at the fight. See? That's what he should have been doing. But he made that wrong. But see, now we start seeing that there's controversies and I'm not going to tell y'all why the controversy. I don't want to make it a conspiracy or nothing like that. Let y'all figure it out. You'll see for yourself why certain stuff happened the way it does. There's a lot of money in the fight, but was that the biggest money fight that he was in? They would have just ended up fighting again. That's all. There you ain't nothing. And see Derek Bailey right back. He said Roger was choking Zab too. Roger didn't play. But since we're on that subject, how many other fights? Name. I'm gonna give y'all. I'm gonna let y'all see. Here we go. Now we y'all gonna start a trivia. Name 3 fights that similar things happen. Matter of fact, is there any championship fights that come on my head right away? Matter of fact, yeah. Name 3 fights that those type of actions may have happened, and also and make one of them and name one of them as a championship fight. Yep. Derek Bay said I had no problem with Floyd giving Ortiz 2 pieces, and too bad that second piece was too strong for him because I would like to see him get a 4-piece. Yeah. Surface said which fight was better, Zab or with Terrell? He said, I don't know. I like Zab's pretty good fight. Zab a good fighter. Yep. Oh yeah. Ortiz wanted to make sure. Oh man, I love you, Floyd. I know I couldn't whoop your ass, and so I just, sorry, I had to headbutt you because you was frustrating me because you're faster than I thought you was. And I'm gonna tell you why Ortiz thought he was fast. See, because what you leading up to the fight, Ortiz talked a whole lot of shit. If y'all remember, Ortiz talked a whole lot of shit, and then he was at one point he was doing clips. He did a clip. I don't know if y'all remember this or not, but Ortiz did a clip to where, and I see what Derek Bailey put in that shit make me laugh already. I didn't. I sped read that shit while I'm talking. That's just funny. That was one. That was one that's on my mind right there. But like I said, Ortiz was showing off his speed, and this is what he said. He said, "Uh-oh, Floyd." He said, "Somebody's in trouble." That's what he said. He was showing his speed off, and was saying that somebody was in trouble. And then when it came to fight time, because a lot of people think that way. Oh, he ain't that fast. Even Oscar De La Hoya thought that. And he'll say he's fast. That's what he said after the fight. He said, he's fast, huh? He's just shaking his head like, shit, Floyd's fast. And Floyd is like a damn cobra on your ass. Floyd always been fast, and he used to hit hard when he was a smaller fighter. He hit real hard. And probably messed his hands up as a smaller fighter for just banging so hard. And then, then changed his style a little bit. But he always had that style. If you look back when he was a pretty boy, he still had that style. He could still switch over to that. But he used to like to beat people up more. When he was younger, Floyd liked to beat people up. That's all that was. He just liked to beat you up. He didn't want no decision like that. He liked to get hit and liked to beat you up back. Like, I'm whoop your ass. He used to like that. But then after a while, he just stopped. Like, ain't no need for it. So, but people mistake him like he can't fight like that. He can. If you make him fight like that, you probably going to be the one on the short end of the stick because he's still going to be making you miss. You're going to be going all out, but you're going to be getting caught. Yeah, D-Lo still making. Yeah, he said I sided with Floyd versus Ortiz. Yep. Everybody wanted to see him. I'm like, yeah, and that was one fight. They was going off after that fight too. Matter of fact, I think that's the fight. If I'm not, I might be mistaken, but somebody let me know if I'm wrong. Isn't that the fight where he finally went off on Merchant? Is that the fight where he finally went off on Merchant, where he just went crazy on Merchant? I don't know. It might have been another fight, but y'all let me know. Yeah, yeah. Ortiz, he wanted to make buzz. I had no problem with that. Yeah, facts. It was on the ref. That's right. Yeah, that's on the ref to get your eyes back in there. You gotta get your eyes back in there. Ref fucked that one up. The ref fucked it up by not. He's all bent over. Like I can almost see him now, like bent over because he let him go and shit, and they over there doing their thing. He all bent over like this, like looking down, like what's going? Yeah, get your ass back in there. Get your head back in there. No, got your boy pieced up because he was in the middle of the action. His head was by the action, but his eyes wasn't. And then the 2-piece happened, and then he started. Then he seen it like, oh shit, I better get back in. He was realizing, oh shit, I better get back into watching the fight. Because what he was thinking is I'm looking away from the action, but it'll be okay. They'll just be boxing around. I might miss a couple of punches. No, you did. Yeah, well, it's true. You did miss a couple of punches, but you missed the only significant punches and the only punches that was necessary. Because he thought they was just going to be engaged and, they made up and they going to be engaged. But, but his attention was this way. Your attention over here and your head's here right by the action. And you had to hear it. It's like, foom, foom. The two-piece. And is that what a two-piece sound like? If you're quicker, if you're slow, if you're George Foreman, a two-piece sound like this. Thump. Thump. That's a George Foreman two-piece. A Muhammad Ali two-piece. Thump. That's it. That's Muhammad Ali two-piece. And that was a George Foreman two-piece. I know I'm stupid. Yes. Surf Flame said Floyd said that. He said Floyd always say protect yourself at all times. No, and this, I'm gonna tell you another narrative, paraphrase. Tell you another thing that happened. After Ortiz showed all his speed up, if you remember, Mayweather told him this. He told him don't make no mistakes. Y'all remember that? Don't make no mistakes. I said Areola versus Witherspoon. Cintron versus Martinez. I need one more fight out of you, D-Lo. I need one championship fight. The best one, the funniest one to me was the Holyfield, the Fan Man. Because Riddick, they tried to, the crowd, not just, the Fan Man, that's, okay, but, okay, Fan Man, okay, that's a good one. Now, that's classic. But Fan Man, damn, this is hard. But think about this. So Fan Man, the fight could have been called a disqualification, but what side would they have disqualified? Or how could you realize that as a ref that somebody comes in the ring like that, like the Fan Man came in there? How would you notice not to find one side or the other? How you know this Fan Man came from the outside like that? Hey, they beat that Fan Man's ass though. Believe me, that Fan Man, y'all go back and look at the Fan Man fight and look and watch it. That's the one that Holyfield, Evander Holyfield won that fight. But look at it. He was getting that ass whooped. But the other one with Riddick Bowe. Now this is another Riddick Bowe fight is the championship fight. And I was gonna say Bruce Seldon, but it wasn't Seldon. It was, god dang, what's this other guy? There's another guy that's kind of he had the fade. It wasn't really a high top fade, he had the fade. And he was blowing kisses at Riddick Bowe or whatever. And he kicked. Well, that could be a disqualification right there, but kicked. But no, what happened is Riddick Bowe went to go beat on him after the bell. And Rock Newman jumped up from out of the audience, from down on the floor, and grabbed the guy by the neck, flipped his ass out the ring. Now, that could have been easily called a DQ right there. But that was good. That one was funny as hell, though. That one was funny because Riddick came down. He had a hand way out here trying to hit him. When Rock Newman flipped his out, he was way back here. He was throwing like a serious haymaker, like about to, ooh. And he hit him, but it didn't land because Rock Newman grabbed that ass. That shit was funny. Yeah. And there goes. Well, that one was a disqualification. Derek Beatty came back. He said Bowe versus the Polish dude. That one was a disqualification on that one. But that shit was funny. And I told y'all to go look at that fight because that fight, that was the most racist shit. That was the most racist shit. The undertones of that shit was so racist by I think it was Jim Lampley and them. That shit was the undertones of that shit was so racist that it didn't make sense. I'm like, oh, they asses is extra racist on that one. That's why I want y'all to go back and check that one out. That was Galata's ass. That was Galata. And Galata's been in a couple of them. The crowd tried to kill Galata when he fought Mike Tyson. They tried to kill his ass when he fought Riddick Bowe the second time. And then Jim Lapley was just clowning. He was just like, making it seem like everybody in that whole audience was there that was in Bowe's camp or some shit. Oh, he made that shit a black and white issue so blatantly. He should have been fired. He should have been fired before the other little racist bastard. He should have been fired before him. And even though I liked him a little bit more, I didn't really like. Well, like is such a word that you shouldn't really just throw around. I was okay with him a lot more. He should have still been fired first. I don't know if y'all agree with that or not, but he should have been fired first. He should have been fired out before that little shit got fired. Before that little bastard got fired, he should have been fired. If y'all remember, he should have been fired first. Yeah, Bowe was in a whole lot of them shits though. A lot of fighters, I'm telling you right now, a lot of fighters, they just, once they get in that zone to getting your ass hurt, a lot of them don't. I haven't seen Mayweather do it a lot. I've seen other fighters. I've seen Roy Jones do it. It costed his ass the title. I've seen Riddick Bowe do it post-fight and, pre-fight and during the fight and after the fight. I've seen Riddick Bowe do it. Riddick Bowe is just, something was definitely wrong with Riddick Bowe because he too many incidents. You know what I mean? That's just way too many incidents. Because y'all remember, I put that shit up there one time. I don't even know if I got it no more. Remember the two-piece? Let me see if I got it. Man, I don't remember because I remember they took a lot of my stuff disappeared from here. Let me see if I can just see it. But I showed y'all that. I got to find it, man. I got to find that one again. That was, since we're talking about that. See, here we go. Just right on schedule. Right on schedule. Go family, right on schedule. Don't they do that every time when they try to rush me up? Like, hurry your ass up. You've been talking long enough. Yeah, but that one was fun because y'all remember that two-piece that Bowe threw before the fight, and he didn't knock the dude out. He didn't knock his ass out barehanded, and he went down like, and he loaded that shit up before he threw it. Like he loaded that shit up. He's like crack, crack, and then put the dude out. And then when they fought, he didn't put him up, but he lost money though. He got in trouble for that shit. Yeah, most definitely got in trouble for that. Yeah. D-Lo right back. D-Lo 404 said, Bowe was a mean dude when that switch went off. He had no respect for Holyfield. Oh, yeah. Riddick Bowe was only one, he was the first person that actually just beat the dog shit out of Riddick Bowe. I mean, out of Holyfield. That was Holyfield's kryptonite, to be honest, because Bowe actually beat him twice. In the last one, he just beat the shit out of him. Yeah, Bowe was mean, though. Didn't nobody ever beat Holyfield's ass like that. Holyfield got old and couldn't throw punches and shit like that and got beat up, but I mean, James Toney didn't beat him up like that. Michael Moore didn't really beat him up like that. Yeah. The Michael Moore ass whooping was pretty impressive, but the Riddick Bowe was the first one that actually just, when he was in his prime, that whooped his ass. Yeah, that was it. Riddick Bowe he wasn't no joke, man. He was good. He was fast too. Had all the attributes, man. Had the jab, long arms and shit. None of these heavyweights could mess with. Could have even touched Riddick Bowe in his prime versus any of the heavyweights today. They couldn't have touched him. None of them. I mean, I'm sorry, and that's not even that far ago. As far as Riddick Bowe, they couldn't have touched him. Big Daddy would have whooped that ass. Yeah. Holyfield, the fan, man. Yeah. But whose side would they have took, though, Derek, if the ref would have stopped that shit? See? They wouldn't have known. Oh, yeah, D-Lo 404 back. He said, crowd tried to kill Fan Man. Yeah, they was kicking Fan Man. Fan Man, I mean, to this day, Fan Man Still have probably having flashbacks about that. He said, I remember I made that decision to fly in the Riddick Bowe's uh, fight. He said, I thought it would be cool to go in there. I thought they was gonna just cheer me and just, lead me out or something like that. They tried to kill me up in there. F up fan, man. You don't come into a heavyweight fight with that shit. See, that's what I'm saying. Everybody try to make heavyweight fights. Everybody try to make boxing a spectacle. You can't make boxing a spectacle all the time, man. They try to come in there and make it a spectacle. Yeah. You try to make it a spectacle, come in and get your ass killed. Yeah, D'Lo said it would have been an NC. Yeah, it could have been also. Yep. Oh, was that what it was? God dang. Yeah, Derek Bailey said they hit him in the head with a radio. I remember they was throwing shit at him and everything. Yeah. And then he came back like Gallardo. Yeah, Gallardo got bottled and shit. Because remember, because Gallardo went through that shit a couple of times, man. I don't even see why he kept fighting in the United States or anywhere. Because one time they bottled his ass. They was tearing his ass up. And that was against Bo. Or that might have been against Tyson. Because if you remember, he stopped against Tyson. He just quit. Like, I ain't going to fight no more. I don't want to fight. It wasn't nothing wrong with him. He just wasn't want to fight. Tyson's power was too much. He's like, man, I got to keep getting hit like that all night. And I'm not hurting this dude. Because he was hitting Tyson too. But Tyson, you ain't hurting me today. Yeah, but Bert, that was a spectacle. Mathis, yeah. Remember how Mathis fell? Mathis is like, he went down. That shit was kind of hilarious though. I'm sorry, man. Oh no, Dino. That was kind of an acting job too. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Dilo said Brownsville fighters seem wired different. Tyson, Briggs, Bo, Judah. Yeah, something wrong with them cats, man. They all got that same like short fuse type of. It's not just short fuse. There's something else is twisted up in there. You're right. That he at Brownsville. He talking about Brownsville. He talking about them fighters, them Brooklyn fighters, man, over in the Brownsville area. Yeah, them something wrong with their ass, man. Yeah, that was Donald. Yeah, yeah. He said, remember when Paul hooked Donald? Yeah, that was a two-piece. I put that up. That Larry Donald. Remember I put that up? Yep, that was that two-piece that I put up. Yeah, there he is. I talked about his ass long enough, right? Because I was telling him about Yasser Hussein. Salute to Yasser. But I was telling about how Yasser came in one day and had to hand some people up. Yeah, but you're right, though. Yasser said salute to Eagle in the chat. And then Derek, man, y'all got my eye. I can't even see no more, man. Y'all got my eyes tearing up again. Because that fat man shit, hey, because the reason I tear up so easy is because, see, I visualize shit that I've seen. But then when y'all threw that radio there, I was like, damn, man, it's like, it just makes me have more than one flashback. Because I even have Dave Chappelle flashbacks on top of that. Because when that girl went to jail, okay, I'm not going to explain myself. If you either know this or you don't know it. So when the girl went to jail on Dave Chappelle show, when it was doing When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong, and she was like, oh, what's really hood? And then she got a beat down. Oh, that's what I'm looking at. I see that as a flashback too. When somebody gets some shit thrown at them, I'm seeing that as a flashback too. So that's why I be tearing up, man, because I see too much stuff in my mind, man. It's just like, I got to make laughter out of it. I got to make comedy out of it. I'm sorry, man. Bone in his prime and shape was a perfect heavyweight. And and that comes from D'Lo 404, and I got to agree with that. Bo was he's just a monster, man. Because he has had the speed, the combinations, and could put your ass out with any punch. Put your ass out with the right, left, uppercut. He could put you out with any punch. When a fighter can put your ass out with any punch, that's you in trouble. Yeah. Derek Bailey say fought in the phone booth. I love a fight when they're in the phone booth. That's a scary ass. Anytime somebody fight in the phone booth, that scares the shit out of me. I don't know about y'all. I'm like, because I'm shaking my head. I'm like, these are two entertaining fights. I'm like, damn, we ain't going to see one of these guys. Or maybe both of these. We ain't going to see them no more. I better enjoy that fight as it is. That's right. Fan man died about 10 to 15 years back. Oh, okay. I didn't even know he died, man. No. Now, to be serious, was that because of the ass whooping? Was that because of the ass whooping, or because I don't want to laugh at the dude like that. Just the whole event was funny, but I didn't know he died over that shit. I mean, if put it this way, I don't know if that's what led or helped his demise, or if he just died of some natural causes or something else. I don't know. That's right, Derek Bailey. He said Galata gave up. He gave right up. Galata was like shaking his head, like no. He was. His trainer said no, mother. His trainer was going, and his corner was going off on. No, man, you're not gonna do this to us. Get your ass in there and fight, man. You're not gonna do this, no. And he was out, mouthpiece going, everything. He's like, just quit. The crowd whooped his ass though. You got to be a brave ass fighter to take a crowd ass whooping all the time. I mean, you could be a badass person, a bad man or something like that. But how many people in here, show of hands, how many people in here would take more than one crowd ass whooping? Like the crowd whoop your ass. Who would want to be like go back for another one? The crowd probably whooped his ass in his career probably more. He probably took more crowd ass whoopings. I'm just talking about Galata than any other fighter. He probably took more crowd ass whoopings. Like I get my ass whooped by the crowd again. Yeah, you done took more crowd ass whoopings than anybody, man. Damn. But the dude, I didn't know the dude had passed away, died, and I don't know if that is in conjunction to what happened on that date. But it's just, I don't know. So I find some of this shit is comical when people do stupid shit and then expect for a result to be different. Yeah. Josh Sue saying, how about a zero crowd ass whooping? No, I'm not talking about not a zero crowd. Yeah, right now, yeah, you can't with it. Well, they starting to get crowds again. But I'm just saying he probably took more crowd ass whoopings. I don't know, then he probably took more crowd ass whoopings than let me put this in perspective, than the most hated wrestler in the not in WWE or WWF, but just in wrestling, professional wrestling. He probably took more crowd ass whoopings than they had. But I tell you one thing, it's more dangerous for a person, and even if you think it's fake or not, it's more dangerous for you to try to whoop somebody's ass in the WWE than it is for you to whoop a boxer's ass when he's all wrapped up and got gloves on. For a crowd to whoop their ass, them wrestlers don't play. Them wrestlers will slam your shit and cripple your shit like with one move. Even though you thought I thought that shit was fake. You ain't gonna think that shit no more. You in that wheelchair talking about, oh man, that got me. I thought all that shit was fake. When you talking out that tube and shit, yeah. You jump on them, they defend themselves. It's a lot that's different. And them athletes there, even though you think it's entertainment, they strong as hell. If they put your ass on one of them with that power slam shit on that cement, you're gonna be done. You're gonna be done right there. Yeah, Derek Bailey laughed. He said, laughing out loud. He said, facts, Eagle. Yeah. He didn't plan to land in the ring. He crashed, yeah. I think, is that what it was? No, this is what, now that you guys now that we brought it up again, this is what kills me about it, is the camera from their aerial camera saw his ass the whole time. So that had to be some kind of play. If they saw him the whole time, because they was doing the clip back after the fact that he got his ass whooped. Remember, they went back to the cameras and they was showing him. And it looked like some movie shit. He was just going across the screen. You know what I mean? They did that long distance camera shit, and he was just going by like nothing, like da 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 da, like nothing. I'm like, it don't even look like he was going to the ring. He was just floating by, and it was just filming his ass. Like, okay. And so maybe he got up in there, and then because he had a fan too. The fan, and if once you turn that fan, I never rode one of those, so don't take what I say as being a fact. But from my understanding is once you get that thing up to a certain height, as long as your fan's going, you can go up or down. So something must have happened when he got over to the open space of the arena to where the fan wasn't like pushing him like he needed to get pushed, and he crashed. But he was tangled up in the rope. That was one of the quickest decisions to start whooping somebody's ass that I've ever seen. Somebody that ain't got shit to do with like the fight, like to really have anything to do with. I mean, if you go to a live fight, there's always going to be somebody talking shit and somebody fighting outside the ring. There's that just happens. Everyone, like, I'm not saying it happens every event. Well, it probably does, but probably maybe not during every fight, but maybe every event that somebody's going to get in an argument. But that was a quick decision for everybody to start stomping his ass out, though. Just like Galata, same thing. I wouldn't want to be a fighter if I knew the crowd was going to whoop my ass after a fight. I just go ahead and fight. Say, oh, I'm just go ahead and take this knockout. Because you never know, man. Taking a knockout is better than taking a bottle upside the head. Because now you ain't even get paid for that one. You didn't get paid for the bottle upside the head. Okay. Okay, so D-Lo was talking to Derek. He said it wasn't related to the ass whooping, though. Yeah, yeah. There you go. And that's another one. That's what I was going to say, too. Derek Beatty got another one. He got another one right up in there. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Because I missed some of what y'all said. I don't know. I'll be missing sometime, man. But I didn't mean to miss. If I did miss some of y'all's comments, I didn't mean to miss y'all's comments. But yeah, I got that one right there. Because that's what I was seeing. Because I have flashbacks. Anytime there's a fight in the ring, I'm going to tell you, I have Roger Mayweather flash. I don't know. I have Roger Mayweather flashbacks. Anytime there's some kind of a brawl or some bullshit in the ring. Zab Judah flashbacks. Lou Duva flashbacks. And Riddick Bowe flashbacks. Anytime there's some kind of shit in the ring that happened like that. And I don't even have that much Mike Tyson flashbacks. And I know he didn't got into some extracurricular shit after the bell. You know what I mean? But not like Riddick. Riddick Bowe, there's something wrong. I don't know. He had too many of them. But Galata got the most beatdowns, I think. By crowd beatdowns. I guess he figured, I'm going to get paid anyway. I guess I'll take that bottle to the brain. God dang, dude, really? Yeah. Galata take double ass for in and out the ring, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I just go ahead and take that knockout. I get my ass whooped in the ring. Ain't why? At least he would have got like the crowd would have been after the knockout. The crowd would have been sympathetic, right? Like, oh, and then he stood up. The crowd would have been clapping. Oh yeah, he up, y'all. Mike didn't kill him. But it's like, oh, you gonna try to leave the ring? You ain't got to worry about Mike trying to kill your ass. We gonna get you. Double ass whooping. Yep. I need to check this fighter out. He said 100. That's y'all, sir. Yeah, y'all, sir. You didn't know nothing about Galala. You better check it out. There's a lot of little shit. We haven't done that, and maybe we'll just do a show. You know, I gotta try to grab some clips, man. Maybe we'll just do a show of just the most ridiculous shit. Cause this box, this grown folks chat. We can do this Eagles Web. We do whatever hell we want in Eagles Web, man. After that, we don't have to talk about just one thing. We came here. We was gonna talk about that whole race car shit. We covered that shit as adults. We just I just don't see no place for it. And Angel and Lopez need to shut their ass up about that. And we talked about that. You guys go back and check out the live if you want to. But yeah, we talked about that double-sided with the WBC. How their ass is quiet as a mouse on one end, and on one end they want to talk. Oh, you quiet as a mouse about this, but on this side you want to just be a mouthpiece, huh? Now they're gonna be zipped up forever. They ain't gonna never want to say nothing. Yeah, Derek Bay said, I think the wind caught him. It might have been the wind. It might have been the wind on the fan man that, you know, that got his ass in trouble. You know. But we would hope that shit like that never happens again. That ain't gonna never happen again. But as far as like other outside shit happening in the ring, it could happen. Will there be a disqualification? Probably not. It's kind of I don't want to use the terms like they use, like the gray area, but it's since it has been set up by other fighters, it's like it'll be hard to punish somebody because it's already been set up. Other fighters have already done that shit, and it's kind of like a language. Like if you just stand up on the apron, then that means you want the fight stopped. You know what I mean? But if your emotions get involved and you have to get in the ring and fight somebody for doing some dirty shit, then they kind of excuse it. It's kind of like a language. That's like a language itself. Like I'm gonna stand up on the apron with a towel in my hand or a towel over my shoulder. That let them know to stop the shit. Or he just kicked my fighter, so I'm gonna dive in the ring and start fighting. So they look at it as that's emotion. That's all I can. That's my thought on it. I don't know what your thought is, but my thought is that that's what they're seeing is that it's emotion. They got too emotional, so we're not gonna find them or nothing like that. Or we might find them, but we're not gonna call the fight. We're not gonna call the fight off. I don't know. You guys might have a different thought. You guys might have a different thought about it. But there's a lot of dirty shit that sometimes we can watch that people seem like they get away with. But like I said, I'm not in Eagles Web. We're not going. At least me. I'm gonna have my favorite fighters. I'm gonna have fighters that I like, I mess with, and I'm gonna have fighters I don't mess with that much. Now, the ones I mess with, sometimes they don't get as much. They don't get it as much, but you still will. Because I say you're my favorite, you still a fighter. It don't matter if you're one of my favorite fighters I want to watch. If you get your ass whooped, then you get your ass whooped. Or if something happened, I can be on your side because I see certain shit. And I'm not going to let nobody sway me when it comes to that. They can have their own thoughts. You're a grown-ass person. You didn't have your own thoughts about it. But certain shit I see, I'm like, I got to stick behind my word. I'm like, nah, I ain't going to fall off on this one. I got to stick behind this shit. Until I find out, like, everything that goes down. I got to find out everything. Because we deal with enough in boxing like that. Between the judges and the refs and shit, the corners and one last thing, man. Why is Eddie Hearns even involved with any kind of decisions in boxing? Why does he get to? Why is he such an authority where he gets to voice his opinion? Because for me, he need to STF up. STF up. Yeah, I could have said STFU, but STF up for me. And then I got a Yasser back. Yasser, I assume all of the gentlemen here are older than me. That being said, what's the maddest thing you have ever seen in boxing? Not the maddest thing. I know it's hard to define, Yasser. I don't know. Somebody might be able to answer that question. It's hard to say the maddest thing. I know that Mike Tyson used to punch through walls and shit like that. I don't know if that was just he had to get some of that, testosterone level down or something. They've had street fights. The Mitch Green was I guess that's a pretty good example. I guess that deals with Mike Tyson again. Larry Holmes, I think, had a street fight. I don't know. The shit they did to Muhammad Ali on his first championship fight, that was pretty mean and mad. Somebody had to be mad about that. No punches was thrown. Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier on ABC or CBS, I think CBS. Or CBS or ABC? ABC. Yeah, ABC. That they was brawling. I don't know. It's not a lot. It's not a whole lot of them that really stand out. Like this crazy ass fighter did some shit. I know Conor McGregor did some shit, broke a bus all up or something. But he's not really a boxer. I don't know. It's hard, man. If somebody wanted to write up an example, maybe. But I don't know if anybody wants to. I know they're trying to answer you. Yeah. What, you a little kid, huh? What, you better not. If you in your 20s, man, I gotta take your damn wrench back. What are you over? Are you at least 30? Talking about, yeah, sir. Are you at least 30? Because Derek Bailey just turned. I mean, not Derek Bailey, but Gil Cole's he just hit he just hit that 4-0. I want to deal with people that are more this grown folk, man. Yeah, you got people that's grown folks in other chats. Yeah, everybody here at least 30 something. But you got grown folks in other chats, but they just want to be babies. They want to act like babies and shit. Yeah, it just happened to be in this one. Then a lot of times, if you want to be a baby in here, you're not gonna fit in. Yeah, we're all grown, but we're kids too though. Because you never, if you understand my philosophy, and I'm calling it my philosophy, is not mine, then you understand that you never get old enough to. You might look old, but you never get old enough to be old. It's too many things here. This actually considered can be considered old, and you're not that. The oldest thing on the earth is water, and it's not even up for debate. That's the oldest thing on earth is water. And I don't care what kind of form of water you're talking about, because air and water is the same thing. Air and water are exactly the same thing. They are the same. They're the same. They love each other. Air and water love each other. They are married to each other. Matter of fact, if you pour water out on the ground, water can't wait to get back into the air. If you just pour it, I don't care if it's even cold outside. If you pour that water on the ground, as long as it's not frozen, as long as it's not freezing, that water will get the hell up out of there. And yes, because then once it turns to ice, it's not water no more. When it turns to ice, then it's not water. But if it's water, if it's actual water, it tries to get the hell back up into the sky quick as it can. Fast, just maybe not as fast as you poured it out, but it tries to get back into the air. They're the same thing. Air and water, same damn thing. Yeah. Oh, okay. You was talking about the Larry Holmes. You talk about the Larry Holmes. And the Larry Holmes, I don't know. Did that have something to do with the wife? Didn't it? The Larry Holmes beef didn't have something to do with the wife. Yeah, yeah. We got some. Hey, so you listen to the brothers, man. They got some information for you. They'll tell you when somebody does some dumb shit. And we usually, if we don't have all the answers about dumb shit that happened, then we gonna have some of the answers about the dumb shit. Yeah, yeah. That WWE shit with the professional fighters, man. This shit ain't funny. It's just, but sometimes it is funny. We're not trying. We want to see like good boxing matches coming up though. All that other shit. I mean, something might happen during the fight. That's why it's always good to go to a live fight. Ain't no telling what can happen. But you might get your ass in something too though. But everybody just be safe, man. When it comes to stuff like that, man. Just don't, try to keep yourself out of trouble. I don't want nobody in here getting in trouble, whether you hang with the grown folk or not, man. All grown folks chat most of them are very small. It's just not because it's not a lot of people that want to be grown. You know what I mean? But even though you're a kid, you're considered with the so-called people or humans, then you're going to be in an age group. Even though you're all the same age, don't matter. Because somebody who's 100 years old is the same age as somebody who's 1 year old. Because there's no such thing as time in the first place. And you've been here about the same amount of time. Oh, I've been here 99 years more than you. Well, you ain't been nothing. You haven't been here no time. There's trees that still have leaves falling off of that's been here. They were here when your great grandparents was here. Your great great grandparents, your great 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 grandparents was here on and further back than that. So far back that you don't even want to say great no more. It's like, God dang, way back there. You got to start naming events. You got to be like, okay, well, back in, you know, 95, back in the year, 95 AD, a tree was here or whatever. So you don't get that luxury of life like that. But I'm gonna say it's a philosophy, but it's not a philosophy. It's actually true. A lot of people just can't. They don't see it. But what the hell Eagle talking about? Get mad. I'm gonna give Eagle a thumbs down because I'm mad. Oh, I don't care. Y'all do it. You do what you want to. You do what you want to. We try to come in here, and all we want to do is just, learn and discuss certain shit, and wonder why certain shit ain't happen. It don't matter. It's too much. Sometimes we got too much stuff happening. Sometimes we don't have enough stuff happening. And we're always going to get things that we don't like. Because we get in fights we don't want. Because especially, now if you're going to get in there and talk, then what we need to see is we need to see your ass doing more than just, talking about it. We need to see you get down. So Lopez, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for Tank. I'm happy for Haney. But within 6 months, I want to see one of y'all fighting. One of y'all fighting each other within 6 months. Heavyweights, get your shit together. I need to see Wilder fighting. And that's what I need. I don't know what the rest of y'all need. But I need to see Wilder fighting to see if he's still a fighter. I need to see him fight. I even need to see Fury's ass fighting somebody. I need to see Fury Valine 2. I need to see Anthony Joshua Wilder 1. Dylan White Wilder 1, if possible. I need to see, for me, I'm just naming shit I need to see. I need to see Canelo Charlo 1 and 2. I need to see that. I need to see Taxidermy Tassiri. I need to see him versus Charlo. Right? It's just certain fights that we need to see. That we have to have. Certain fights, I don't care. But we need to have it. Right? Danny Garcia, Earl. I need to see that one. I need to see Earl Ugas. Maybe. Or actually, I need to see Earl Manny, because Manny have a belt. If Earl can hold on to it. I need to see Earl. 3 fights for Earl. I don't necessarily. Well, actually, 2 fights for Earl. Actually, 1 fight for Earl. I need to see Earl and Manny, then Earl can move up. And people can get mad at me if they want to. That's the only fight I need to see. I don't need to see the WBO belt at all. And there's too many belts anyway. It's kind of productive if we act like we need to see somebody with all the belts, which I do need to see Charlo just because of the voice, because of the voices. Oh, he's not undisputed. Just because of that. Just to shut that shit up once. But I don't need to see everybody undisputed. And what I say is, and actually just eliminate the WBO. I don't need to see everybody get a WBO. I got all the belts. I don't need the WBO. Good. Because we even have fighters in the past that threw some of them shits away. They just threw them in the garbage. But anyway, look here, man. We've been here half a day, man. So it wasn't supposed to be that kind of show. It was supposed to be, just a show that we just want to know where the thoughts was on all this bullshit that they got us through, man. You guys take care of yourself out there, man. And I'm not talking about stay safe because of the row or anything else. Just take care of yourself, man. Take care of your people and stuff like that there. You know what I mean? Anyway, my shout out to all the real people that I see. And my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. It's Wednesday. Y'all know what it is, man. Nothing but blessings. Yeah. I'm all smiling while I'm writing, though. Hey, man. I'm going to catch y'all, man.